Welcome everyone to NR Truck Night in America, live here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway for race 18 out of 28 on the regular season. Folks, we're here for the Hoosier 400, the final race of the regular season here for the Gainbridge Truck Series season, and it's been quite a lead up to this one, folks. We've seen so many guys jump in, jump out, but now we're down to 8 drivers who could potentially make the chase coming into this afternoon. 4 drivers will make it, 4 drivers will not. So Carson Miller, Brandon Haynes, Raul Godor, and plenty of others all trying to vie for a spot in the chase here this afternoon. It's going to take a lot to go wrong for a few, and it's going to take a lot of good performances for others. But it is going to be quite an exciting race. Aaron Abel on pole once again here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A very historic track. We saw a great race last season, one of the bigger tracks on the schedule. Matthew Hubert won last year, and he's looking to go back-to-back, starting 6th here this year, and 90 degrees here this afternoon. It's going to be quite a hot one, but it's going to be a great race, folks. A huge track, sold-out crowd here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the final race of the regular season for the Gainbridge Truck Series. It's taken a long 18 weeks up to this point, but man, oh man, folks, we are finally here after we've been racing since January, but we finally have reached the end of the regular season, and then after this, 12 drivers for the next 10 races will vie for the championship. No elimination, so we just reset the points based off the finishing positions. You get bonus points based off wins and whatnot, and then we run it till the end, till Miami. Last year, we saw it all come all the way down to the championship race where Peter Onjek and Landon Lauderbach tied for the championship, as well as 3rd and 4th Sergio Vittori and Matthew Hubert tied as well. But Peter Onjek tied, had the win tiebreaker, got the championship. Who knows if that could happen this year? We have a lot more competitive drivers that are going to be in this chase, but this afternoon we are deciding the 4 that will be joining the rest of them. So with no further ado, folks, thank you all for joining me this afternoon. It's Tri Davenport in the booth once again here for our Truck Night in America as always, and we are here for another great one here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And with no further ado, folks, let's head on down trackside, go over all the things we need to know heading into this exciting one here at Indianapolis, go over the points and whatnot, and a few storylines such as McLaren being sold earlier this week. So as I welcome you guys trackside here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, before we get into the points here this afternoon to see how everything shakes up heading into this one, we got to talk about the sale earlier this week. Lego McLaren Racing was officially sold to Phantom and Leonard Kochmer, forming McLaren Phantom Racing for the rest of this 2026 Gainbridge Truck Series season. Pretty big sale. Leonard Kochmer has been working at Red Bull Fallout for the past 18 weeks as the mentor and just helping out with the development of Ronnie Hauger, who's currently locked into the chase. And now he's going to be moving over to McLaren Phantom Racing, going to be the team principal and owner of that team, running the day-to-day things for the rest of this season and for the foreseeable future. And we'll see how it goes for Kochmer and McLaren Phantom Racing. Of course, we knew we had 2 McLaren drivers in the chase at one point this season, and then with all the numerous ownership changes from going from Sergio Vittori, who's very active as an owner, to Nick Mahold, who wasn't really active at all, kind of caused a huge drop in performance. Mahold wasn't involved in any day-to-day operations. Now, eventually, the league had to take a hold of the team, and now they've officially been sold. So Leonard Kochmer will be taking over that role as owner, now forming McLaren Phantom Racing. They have Jasmine Daniel trying to get into the chase here this afternoon. They're going to need a lot to go their way, but if anybody can do it, it's Jasmine Daniel. They definitely are looking to get in the chase after the bad luck they had last season at Bill McNally Racing. So this time to get another try at it, and they definitely got a good shot here here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway here this afternoon. But Leonard Kochmer, the new owner of McLaren Phantom Racing. And now as we get into your point standings heading into this afternoon at Indianapolis Motorsports, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Angel Gutierrez currently has the lead over his 2 teammates, Avery Alfred and Aaron Abel, who are tied for 2nd at 619 points. But folks, this could not even be a Racing Motorsports driver that wins the regular season championship here this afternoon. If all goes wrong and these Racing Motorsports trucks all wreck out, Matthew Hubert, if he gets just a top 5 finish, I believe, or top 10 finish, Matthew Hubert will win the regular season championship. We've seen these 3 Racing Motorsports trucks jump out to a huge lead so far this season, but Matthew Hubert, amidst a little bit of chaos and failures that this Racing Motorsports team has had in the past couple weeks, he's slowly gotten better and better. And now Hubert occupies one of the best average finishes in the league, tied with not tied, second, the second best average finish in the series, right behind Angel Gutierrez at an 8.9. Hubert has a 9.5, just over Avery Alford and Aaron Abel. So Hubert has heated up to this point, and now he has a shot here this afternoon, if all goes wrong for these Racing Motorsports trucks, to take advantage of their struggles and win that regular season championship. And it would be a huge feat for Hubert. Hubert right now is trending to be the only guy from last season's chase to make it, unless Brandon Haynes makes it. But Hubert will be the only returning chase driver. So up to this point, he's been the most successful driver in the series amidst everybody else having issues. So that's something to watch out for. But as we look further down the standings, you got a guy like Ricky LaFleur. Ricky LaFleur needs a perfect weekend. He needs to win the race, lead the most laps, and have everything bad happen to Hubert and those Racing Motorsports trucks. And he has a shot at the regular season championship as well. Although after Ricky LaFleur, it gets a little bit tricky there, because then you have Caleb Rose, Alexander Rowe, who are kind of just sitting there. Rose is kind of in a league of his own at this point. Rose was the fastest in practice earlier this week for NS Racing. This is NS Racing's home race here at Indianapolis. So LaRose is going to be one of the look to kiss the brakes here for this Hoosier 400, especially with one of the fastest trucks, and trying to close in that gap on Ricky LaFleur in fifth, because the positions you finish after this race in the standings have a lot to do with your chase, with how you're going to look in the chase, and it's definitely going to play a huge role. And then, like I said, Alexander Rose sitting there in seventh currently, right in front of Ronnie Hauger. These two, of course, both have missed the race, but they look very solid heading to the chase. Ronnie Hauger, of course, tied with Avery Alford for the most wins so far this season from a driver. Next, we have Carson Miller and Joseph Wood. This is where it gets tricky. 9th through, I believe, 15th. All have a shot. So, I mean, ultimately, it's going to be tight and very close. I mean, all the way down to 15th, that is a lot of guys who are vying. I wish I could put up a live points update during the race, but that's really tedious. But we'll know by the end of the race. I will show the point standings, but it's going to be a very tight race. And if we do have a late race caution where we come in the final about 20 laps, I'll give out the current situations for everybody. But yeah, from about 9th to 15th, everybody has a shot, and it's going to be pretty wild. I mean, not even 15th, 16th. I mean, Rocco Dorn has a chance too, but an outside chance. But he certainly has a chance. And I mean, boy, oh boy, it is just going to be tight as ever. And I mean, we're going to see how it plays out here this afternoon. If I had to guess, I think Joseph Wood and Carson Miller are going to still keep their spots, but it's Patrick Nolan, Chris Martins I'm worried about. I feel like those two, if they have a really bad day, I think Sustray and Brandon Haynes will slip on just right by and get into 11th and 12th possibly. But I mean, we'll see how it plays out ultimately. Just gonna be a very unpredictable race. 40 laps around here, but that is quite a bit of miles here at Indianapolis. Such a big track, so we'll see how it plays out ultimately, folks. But that is your point standings coming into tonight, and the overall situation that we're gonna be experiencing. But yeah, it's gonna be 100 miles here today. 40 laps at Indianapolis. It's just gonna be one of those races where everybody's gonna be going full force. The final race of the regular season. If someone wants to make something happen, this is the race to do it. So it is gonna be a very fun one here, folks, from our Truck Night in America, folks. But with that being said, folks, let's get these trucks fired up and ready to go here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Hoosier 400. Last year was a pretty eventful race. We will see how this year goes. There could be lots of contact. There could be no contact. This is one of those tracks where anything can happen, one of those bigger tracks that test all these drivers. So we'll see what happens here at Indianapolis, folks. But let's get these trucks started off and rolling. We'll go over your starting top 10 in this race and the rest of the lineup. But it'll be Aaron Abel leading us off alongside that number 43 of Angel Gutierrez.
And now, for the most famous words of motorsports, please welcome Gainbridge Truck Series President and CEO, Charlie Davenport, to the stand.
Drivers, start your engines. So the engines are fired up and ready to go here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's take a look at your starting grid in this afternoon's race, folks. In row number 1, it's a man from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Once again, Aaron Abel, the most pole so far in NCNA history in a season. He continues that streak as he's got the pole here at Indianapolis. Row number 2, right beside him, is going to be his teammate Angel Gutierrez, both of them trying to vie to get that regular season championship here this afternoon. Row number 2 is going to be the 7 of Alexander Rowe and the 83 of Ronnie Hauger. Rowe and Hauger both locked into the chase, but both are going to be pretty low when it comes to the final regular season standings. Row number 3 is going to be the 82 of Ricky LaFleur, last week's winner, and the 27 of Matthew Hubert. He won this race last year. He needs a lot to go wrong for those Racing Motorsports trucks if he wants to win that regular season championship here today, but we'll see what happens. Row number 4 is going to be the 23 of Carson Miller and the 36 of Brandon Haynes. These two need perfect days to go out there and get top 5s to make the chase. Miller, pretty safe. All he needs to do is probably finish top 15. For Brandon Haynes, it's a little bit tougher of a task. In row number 5, it's going to be rounding out your top 10. It's going to be the 84 of Patrick Nolan, also vying for a chase spot, and that 98 of Caleb Rose. Nolan sitting right on the cutoff line. He needs a good performance here this afternoon. You got other guys vying for the spots behind him. Kyler Sustre, Joseph Wood. You see the rest of the order on your left side of the screen, folks. This is going to be quite the doozy here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway's sold-out crowd. Aaron Abel going to be leading us to green here at Indianapolis here for the final race of the regular season. Avery Alford and David Dixon are towards the back after issues in qualifying. Can they turn around their day? We will see. Those two, I believe, might have the most positions gained so far this season. But here we go, coming on the front stretch for one final time in the regular season. It's going to be Aaron Abel leading us to green. On his outside will be Angel Gutierrez. Here we go. The green flag's underway here for the Hoosier 400. Coming through the lead lap, number 1, it is your pole sitter. The number 41 of Aaron Abel right behind him is that 43 of Angel Gutierrez behind him as well. Alexander Rowe making his way through here, as well as Carson Miller, who started just in row number 5, but he is already making some leeway in this race, looking to have a great performance here this afternoon. Right behind him, Brandon Haynes and Tyler Sustre all the way up to 8th already. Sustre right behind that 84 Patrick Nolan. Sustre and the Speedway racing team very good at these larger tracks. It's been this topic all season. Can they keep it up? Joseph Wood also inside that chase cutoff line. He just needs a solid day with no issues. About a top 15, top 20 will lock this 38 in, but he's right behind this number 97 of Matthew Burnett right now. Meanwhile, Matthew Hubert, the 27, started all the way in, I believe, what was 4th or 6th, I think it was, all the way back here just in 10th. So Hubert already lacking behind, but there's a lot that can happen in this race to allow this number 2017 to move right back up. Meanwhile, back here, that 98 of Caleb Rose, fastest in practice, the home race for NS Racing. He's going to have a little bit better of a performance now, but he has fallen back quite considerably since the start. That 98 truck might have some issues that we need to watch out for. Peter Onjak in his home race all the way up to what will be, it looks like, 16th here right behind this 98. So Onjak trying to get a good performance going and have no issues happen unlike last year. But this 03 team, as there's contact in the back, Monica Pato into the side of Benny Watson. All these guys back here just duking it out. And there was contact right there. And it looks like everything's going to be good for now. The 42 Avery Alford involved in that madness. Patrick Raven has damage on the side of that truck, so just bad luck for the 6 team continues. Meanwhile, Alfred going to try to move on through here, but he definitely has a lick of damage on that truck as well. So that's going to be them all continuing so far. But Alfred, he's got to lock in just a little bit. You don't want to lose that spot to Matthew Hubert, which is a very big possibility if he finishes where he finishes here today. Meanwhile, Angel Gutierrez is going to pass here and Abel for the lead, and Abel going to fall all the way back behind here. A train effect going on, and now Alexander Rowe trying to get that lead from Gutierrez at the same time, and he's going to get a good run here going into turn number 3. There goes Rowe to the inside looking for the lead. He's got that 82 Ricky LaFleur right behind him. Gutierrez, though, going to arc it right there, get a good run off the corner. Does Rowe set up a move into this turn, though? Not going to quite happen there, but that 41 of Aaron Abel is all in. The marbles, they're all out of sorts, but everybody right under a blanket right now, which we usually typically see here at Indianapolis and with the most recent races, where everybody's just been keeping it close together, and they're just keeping it going right now. But now this 82 LaFleur trying to get past this number 7. Meanwhile, Kyler Suss straight to the inside. This is 41 of Aaron Abel. Meanwhile, Brandon Haynes getting some company from that 27 Matthew Hubert, as here comes his teammate of Joseph Wood as well. You do not want to be stuck on that outside clearly, as it is just not the preferred spot, especially when it comes to passing right now. Meanwhile, kind of a single file line right behind them. That 5 of Tanner Calvert looks like he's holding up this 81 of Jasmine Daniel and that 98 of Caleb Rose, and maybe even 03, 33, and 60. Those guys have all fallen back quite a little bit, especially that 60 of Terry Bull. Meanwhile, up here, so very close racing between all these guys. Was not expecting this close of a battle, but I guess that's what comes with Indianapolis. Sometimes it's a very close race, sometimes it isn't. But right now, these guys are really close with each other. Although you got to be a little bit concerned with the tire wear. They're using quite a bit with all this battling going on. I'm not sure if last season it was this close, but right now they're just, I mean, on that outside line, it's just nowhere to go, especially as Gutierrez is going to fall all the way back. And yeah, it's kind of like the train effect just a little bit. They close up, but we've seen that at big tracks like this that include a little bit of draft. We're going to see that all afternoon here, where guys are just going to be setting up moves off turns and whatnot. And right now, a bunch of guys are just falling back, it seems. So now Rowe has the lead. Rowe has not won since Auto Club, and I believe what was race number 3 on the season. So it's been quite a while for Rowe, but he's been very close. And we'll see if he can continue to go here in the lead. He did win the in-season. He did not win the in-season tournament, actually. Aaron Abel won it, but he was very close. But, I mean, they're just all closing up very close on each other. I mean, you usually don't see this, but right now they're keeping it going. So they're just all closing up right now. I think it's mostly the leaders, because right now a little bit of gap is forming here. But, I mean, yeah, some parts of this track, there's just lots of guys really grouped up together. But now that 60 Terry Bull has company from that number 92 of Ryan Osborne. Osborne not going to get the run off into the corner, though. And unlike last year, it looks like we kind of have a one-groove track here in Indianapolis. But, I mean, these guys are right up on the back of this 7 of Alexander Rowe. So right now, right on the back, I mean, I'm shocked to see this, honestly. I mean, even the test races I ran, it was never this close, but these guys are right up on the back of each other right now. Meanwhile, the battling happening behind here. Aaron Abel to the inside of Kyler Suss straight. There goes Matthew Burnett trying to get a pass off on the 17 and 36. But right now, that dirty air here at Indianapolis is proven to be an issue for some guys, and not a lot of lanes to go. As, yeah, I mean, it's just super, super close. It kind of looks like, it almost looks like the restrictor plates on the Xfinity cars at Indianapolis that 1 year, or I mean, I think it was last year with Austin Hill and his egregious Eric Almirola incident. But yeah, so they're just all up really close right now, but nobody quite making that move just yet. Ricky LaFleur trying to get a look, but right now it looks like a one-groove track where Alexander Rowe is still leading. Oh, and Nolan is struggling back here. He continuously is running high and hitting the wall, and he's going to allow Hubert to get past him here. I don't know what's going on with that 84 truck, but he is having some issues as he's been out of the groove quite a bit so far in this one. Right now, these guys just running in a line, being patient here, I guess. But, I mean, also, it's just kind of dirty here, not being able to make a pass. That's been kind of known here at Indianapolis. You see it in real life, you see it on the game right here. Some guys just not able to get moves off compared to others. And they're just all closing back up on each other. So close, just quick margins between each other. But right now, everybody keeping it going so far in this one. And Rowe still leading here. Doesn't quite have a shot at the regular season championship, but for a guy like his teammate Carson Miller, he definitely wants to have a good performance like this. And back behind here, this 84 Nolan's got this 38 right behind him. No one really pushing the limits and really making a move and giving a shot to anybody just quite yet, though. Yeah, I mean, they're just getting so close on the back, just not quite able to set up a move. I mean, you see guys really trying, but they're just, yeah. I mean, it's really just, if you're the leader, you have the perfect line, as you just can hold these guys off. There's not a lot of opportunities to pass so far in this one, it seems. So we check in with Alfred back here. Alfred starting to make some moves. Got past David Dixon, AK and Arcadia way out of the groove there. And he's going to be close to hitting the outside wall. Keeps it going, though. Meanwhile, all these guys back here duking down. Osborne all the way back here. But everybody catching up back here. Chris Martin struggling just a little bit. He's been falling back quite considerably. Got Jack and Gale both running 20th and 21st here. So those two vets doing pretty good. As York Watson's got some company from Jack here. But back up here. Just all trying to catch up to the leaders. Meanwhile, there they all go to the inside of this 84, which was expected. That 84 Nolan was struggling on grip, which you don't really need here at Indianapolis, but he was. Now Haynes trying to get a move off. Really close. There's going to be an incident there eventually, because these guys are pushing it so close off that exit, and these guys are just getting closer and closer. I mean, this is going to spiral out of control here pretty soon, because guys are getting impatient here as they're just riding in a line, but that's not going to work. Someone's going to shoot the gap, or there's just going to be contact. I mean, with how slippery some of the grooves are, it's just, I don't see this happening all race. It might happen, but yeah, I mean, there's going to be contact at some point. So LaFleur going to get a run off the corner just a little bit. No, not quite there. But now Wood going to be up into 7th, right behind that 6 of Matthew Hewart. Calvert can get passed by the 98 of Rose, and now everybody else can try to follow past this number 5 of Calvert for LWH Racing. There's starting to be a gap forming here. I mean, look at that. That's just odd. I mean, you don't really see that. I mean, they're just kind of just robotic almost. I mean, there are robots, but like the movement's very robotic between everybody right now. They're just so close, but they're just unable to make a move. I'm not quite sure why not. So we don't have a restrictor plate package on these trucks either, so I don't know why they're just running so crazily close here. I mean, these guys back here are decent, but these guys up here are just on each other's tail. This is bad. Because I mean, one of them's eventually going to check up, and they're all going to take each other out. But I mean, this train effect up here for the leader is just really odd. So we'll see how it continues in this race, unfortunately, but right now, it's just really trying to affect me on the 11 of Monica Pato finally getting service on pit road for that truck. But yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what's going on up here with these leaders. They're really on the back of each other for some reason. I don't think we saw this last year, but now this year, these guys are just on it for some reason. Just unable to make moves. It's really one groove type of track. You know, you expect it sometimes, but they're just so close right now. It's crazy to me. Maybe the trucks are, I mean, it might be a coincidence, but I mean, maybe the trucks are just too tight to really make moves off some of these corners. That may just be the issue. I don't know. But, I mean, I guess we'll see how it continues to play out. But right now, continuing to see the train at Indianapolis. Now he's growing a little bit of a gap here, so we'll see how this plays out here. Now Rowe's starting to build something. Or maybe it's 82 LaFleur. I don't know. Now LaFleur's going to get a good run on Rowe here going into the backstretch here. So, I mean, ultimately, I don't know what the effect is here. I mean, the draft seems to be pretty strong for some reason. And this is quite different from what we saw last year. It was a little bit more spaced out at some points, but certainly one of the crazier ones going on so far here at Indianapolis. Well, not crazier in terms of racing, but crazier incidences that we've seen. So as we close up on lap number 18, we'll be doing the moment of silence for Kyle Busch. After all the things that transpired last week. So I'll be on lap number 18. It was kind of no better than for the number 7 Alexander Road will be leading also from Las Vegas, Nevada. But yeah, looking at last year's race, I mean, there was quite a few gaps, but I mean, but it was kind of close like this, but not as close. But I think it's just due to all these trucks being so fast up here that they're just so close up on each other. Because we did have these type of gaps where there's a little bit of gap between some trucks compared to others, but now these guys are going to be all coming down here on lap number 16. Here we're going to be pitting as well. 84 Patrick Nolan. So this means 7 in a row staying out here. As we close up on lap number 18, it'll be a moment of silence for Rowdy. Just prayers go out to his family and all that. It's just an awful set of circumstances and just untimely at that. It just still doesn't feel real, but fortunately things like that happen in life. But it sucks when it happens to people who have such an impact on the community. Well, Virgil Pan was lap number 8, but I mean, to be honest, guys, he was more known for driving 18. No offense to any of the 8 guys, but I mean, it's just, I don't see the significance in the number 8, to be honest. But Rose will make his way down to pit road here, but we will ride along here for lap number 18, where it will be a moment of silence. So as we make our way to complete lap number 18, one signs for Kyle Busch and his family, but as you can see, Rowe got the lead through the pit cycle, but are all still pretty close up here when it comes to this front pack. Meanwhile, back here, these guys are a little bit more spaced out. Carl Young all the way up here. That pit crew is so fast that it just gets them up there every single time. But we saw last year we had quite a bit of a long run, I think it was. And then we had a caution near the end, so we'll be looking out for that once again here this afternoon. But now we got this 23 and 27 trying to chase down this lead pack here, but now Rowe still leading for Vision Motorsports. They have not won since Rowe won, so it's been quite a time to go, and we know, I mean, it's been quite a time coming. You know, that 27 Hubert's been racking up a lot of good finishes these past couple weeks, so I mean, he definitely has a chance at really turning this around and getting them that first one finally. Well, not first one, second one. But now LaFleur going to be right back on the back of the 7 of Alexander Rowe once again. See how they do this time. So Gutierrez just tagging along behind, but this 82 and 83, I mean, I don't know, they're just so fast, but they're so stuck behind this 82, or the 7 in a row. And this might allow these guys to catch up here, all these guys. I mean, you see the pack effect here. They're just all going to be closing up here eventually, getting up here and trying to fight. Martin's had a solid stop because he's all the way up here in 18, so he's definitely made his way through quite a bit. Gale all the way down 27th after pit stops. So that's not too good, but we'll see how they do here. See how far away they are actually. So I mean, not too far away, but I mean, the more this draft effect happens here, it's going to be just closer and closer. And it's just because of how fast the trucks are. Last year, when it was all free driver skill, we had way more gaps. It was still kind of close, but I mean, this is just the trucks just being all so powerful, and they're just all just so evenly matched with each other at the same time. Right now, not able to get a move off on this number 7 Alex in a row. There is a possibility for second stop in this race because they pitted so early there. By lap 16, there's definitely a chance that we see another pit stop on lap number 30 or 35. So that will be something to watch as we get towards the end of this race. Oh, and there goes LaFleur now, looking to the inside for the lead. And yeah, just gets a runoff for now. I mean, yeah, I just don't. I mean, the runoff, I don't know how to explain it. The inside line just is used the preferred spot to pass, but the run off the corner is so good for the high side. But the high side, when you're stuck up there and someone's passing you, it's not where you want to be. And I think that's the 81 of Jasmine Daniel on pit road. No, that's the 42 of Avery Alfred. Okay. I don't know if that's Alfred's first stop of the day, but yep, a tire went down on that 42. Tires have been quite an issue for some guys, and it continues to be the case here at Indianapolis, but not too many tire failures that we usually see. Right now, 7 in a row still leading. He's got that 82 LaFleur right behind him, but like we said already, Sages have not been able to pass the 7 of Alexander so far. He is going to be closing up soon on the most laps led in this race, so that'll be a nice bonus point for that number 17. Meanwhile, these guys back here trying to catch up, but honestly, they're going to need a caution for really to get a chance here. Halger gonna get a shot at the inside potentially here. And there he goes, Ronnie Halger going into second here. Gonna slot right in there to second, right behind, right in front of the 82 Ricky LaFleur. And now that's that 43 of Angel Gutierrez potentially gonna try to make a pass on the 82 LaFleur as well. But we will see how this all plays out. And Halger trying to get the lead from the 7 as well. Maybe this 82 was the one holding everybody up, because now they're just all starting to gap each other just a little bit, but we might just be 10 laps out of the pit window once again. I mean, they pitted so early that's definitely a possibility, and we'll see how it ultimately plays out. But if you're a 42, I mean, Alfred's still on pit road. I was going to say if you're the 42, you might be in some luck, but yeah, he's going to be quite a few laps down, 3 laps down. Of course, that 11's been out with the header issue. We saw that on the Kyle Busch lap there. But now the 82, 83 trying to get a look at the 7 in a row, but nothing quite coming out of it. Of course, these guys had the closest finish in our Truck Night America at New Smyrna just a few weeks ago, about a month ago. So they definitely have been pushing it close with each other. Right now, Rowe, for Vision, trying to get another victory on the season, heat up for the chase. And he has a good chance to do it. Right now, they have not been able to pass him. Surprisingly caution-free so far in this one, but we'll see how long that lasts, or that definitely could change in just a quick incident. And these guys back here struggling to move up. Dixon's moving up quite a bit, but also back here, finally that 42 is getting some service on that truck. But yeah, I mean, they're right loaded up on the back of this 42 of Alfred. And now, I mean, it's 42 hours, 7 in a row, and now that 83 is trying to get a look here. We might be side by side with him going into this turn. Does he finally get it off? Helger on the inside, side by side for the lead here. And he's going to try to pull it off. Gutierrez on the outside just a little bit, and there we go. New leader, the 83 of Ronnie Helger. And now, do we see this 83 take off from here? He wants to be the most winningest driver heading into the chase with 4 wins if he wins here this afternoon. But now he's going to try to take off from this 82 and number 43. So now we'll see Gutierrez trying to work on this 82 LaFleur, but now that 83 is just taking off. Maybe those 7 in a row holding everybody up potentially. But the gap has kind of increased between those guys. But yeah, these guys are going to really need a caution here. They really want a chance, because if you're Haynes, you really need that top 5 or just something. It's going to be close margins for sure when it comes to the end of this regular season and who's going to be making the chase here with just under 15 to go in this one. So now Helger has the lead. Can he hold on though? That's going to be the question. And do we see a second set of pit stops here? I think we are. We'll see. It might be a fuel mileage finish to the end. We didn't see that at Watkins Glen last week. So does it transfer a whole week over? We will see. But right now, 7 in a row is falling off quite a bit. So I think he was kind of the cause of that train effect there, just being a little slow there. And these guys back here just keeping it pushing so far. Martin's at 15th, kind of in a good spot. I don't think he's gonna, I think he'll be fine, honestly. I'll have to look more into it, but I think he's gonna be just fine when it comes to the chase, but we'll see. He's gonna need an issue for this 40 for sure, I think. So it's a 20-point margin. So I mean, I don't know. Oh, Helger. Helger has an issue here. It's a tire down for Ronnie Helger. Oh no! Oh, and an engine out for the 23 of Carson Miller. Oh no! Helger and Miller both go down. I was looking to see what the situation would be here, and if Miller doesn't make it back on pit road here, we might have a caution come out. We'll see him trucking around, but some damage there for the number 23, and this is shaking this all up. Helger's got a tire down. That's put Ricky LaFleur in the lead. Boy, oh boy, and you've seen that happen to Ronnie Helger so many times. It is just an unfortunate setback that he just constantly runs into. But it looks like Miller should be able to bring it down the pit road. But when it comes to his chase hopes here, he is in danger. This is not what this 23 team needed late in this race with just 10 to go now. And who knows if we have another pit stop left in this one. So now they're all going to be stuck up on this 82 over LaFleur. I mean, it's pretty clear Helger was the fastest truck so far. But now that 43 Gutierrez is going to have a shot here. So I think Miller was able to bring it down. So he'll be fine. But late in this race, that is just not what you need. And we'll see how this continues. Oh, did not mean to do that. We'll see how this continues to play out here. And so boy, oh boy, that is just unlucky. And now the 43 Gutierrez looking to get the lead from this 82 of LaFleur. Can he get it done? Right now, Nolan is locked in, as well as Joseph Wood. Carson Miller needs a 27th place finish. Right now, he's going to have a lot of issues doing that. But right now, the 38 and 84 are locked in. Now Gutierrez is going to take off here from the 7 and 82. It's kind of clear the 7 and 82 are quite off the pace, and Gutierrez looking to collect another crown jewel on the season. Won the Queen City 300, and now trying to get that Hoosier 400. But I don't know. I still think we have a stop left in this race. So now, if you're Brandon Haynes, you're going to have to get the move on, or you're going to have to pray for a caution and something come out, because this is not at all what you need. You're going to pray Carson Miller, and he's stuck behind such straight. So, I mean, this is going to be a tall task for that 36 to make it in. And right now, it looks like Matthew Hubert will be the only returning driver to the chase for season number 2. But there's still a lot of laps, still a few laps to go, just under 10 to go in this one. Something can happen, and who knows? I actually do think we have a stop left in this one. They pitted so early. This is going to be quite the long run they have to make. And now there goes a flare back. Oh, yeah, there they go. One more stop left in this race. Here comes Gutierrez coming on down the pit road. How will this all play out? Does anybody shoot to make it to the end? Hubert going to bring it down as well. Aaron Abel going to stay out this time. And the 17, 30, 38, and 36, if you're the 36 Brandon Haynes, you might have brought it down there, because now you're going to have to, you might have issues behind that 17 of Sustre. But now we'll see how long Road takes this around. But this is going to shape up to be quite the interesting finish. Green flag run so far, but how can this shake up? We saw a late race caution come out last year. Right now, everybody keeping it going so well. If there was a late race caution, a lot of guys would be screwed over. But right now, they're doing pretty good. So here comes Rowe coming on down to pit road. Haynes and Sustre are duking it out. Haynes and Sustre are going to take it around one more time. These two do not want to pit with each other, and they're just going to run long as they humanly can. And this is going to be quite the show to watch. This 36 and 17, both trying to make it into the chase with Carson Miller having issues. It is wide open, but what do they try to make it to the end? Because I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to do, because it's a long shot for either of them to make it in. At this point, do you try to shoot the gap to the end, save as much fuel, try to build that gap, and just hope and pray to the end? We will see, but Haynes trying to close up on the 17. What will he try to cook up here? Or what will they try to cook up here? Will these two be coming down, or will they be staying out? And they're both just going to concede here and come down at the same time. But now, Caleb Rowe's going to stay out another lap, as well as Peter Onjak. Some guys might try to shoot it to the end here, folks. I think Caleb Rose is now going to have the lead, unless I'm mistaken. Oh, Ronnie Halker contact with the 03 of Onjak. Almost just turned him around and dumped him. This is going to be wild here. Haynes and Sustre. Oh, yeah, oh, they're going to be, this is going to help Haynes out. No, they're going to be right behind. No, they're going to be really way behind. So they're going to need a late race caution this one to really open this up for either of them to get a chance, I think. Right now, everybody keeping it going. That 83 of Ricky LaFleur is a man on a mission right now, though. But does he play it too dangerous is the question. Now they're just going to come off, and they hardly gained anything there. Honestly, they kind of just lost. Yeah, that's just a risk you take. Now LaFleur has the lead here with just under 5 to go here at Indianapolis. not need a caution here. But, I mean, with how this usually goes, that likely could be the case. Somebody's going to do it. I mean, it just always happens. You have these long green flag races, and out of nowhere, the flip is, wow. The switch is flipped. Not the flip is switched. But the switch is flipped, and we'll see if we ultimately make it to the end. But next time by, it'll be 3 to go here for the 82 Ricky LaFleur. His teammate, the 83 Ronnie Halger, had a really fast truck. Unfortunately, he had a tire issue. Halger trying to salvage his finish. But right now, when it comes to the chase, it looks like it's going to be Sustre. We'll see what the buffer is. But that 23rd Carson Miller, camshaft issue, so he's out. So Miller is a sitting duck now. And this is going to be interesting. We'll know post-race, kind of like the old who actually got eliminated, but I think it's going to be Sustre sneaking in unless there's a caution here and Haynes somehow pulls off magic. But we will see. Carl Young all the way up to 6th here, so he's running pretty well. But, I mean, just a wild scenario here. So here we go, coming to 2 more to go here. Indianapolis row right on the back of this 82 Ricky LaFleur. What is left in this race? If a caution comes out, we will be heading to overtime for the 2nd straight year here at Indianapolis. But right now it is green flag racing. Two more to go for the 82 Ricky LaFleur, looking to go back to back here, get another race win. Unfortunately for LaFleur, as a driver, the guy has not been really active, so he is closing in on a lot of back roll. He could just lose all the stuff he's earned so far. But right now, Rowe trying to close in on this 82, his driver actually, team owner of that team. And it might be tough sledding for that 36 team. It might just be over. But here we go. Coming to the white flag, does Rowe get a shot at this number 82 of Ricky LaFleur? White flag out in the air here in Indianapolis. 1 more to go. Rowe right on the back of this number 82. Does he have the move to get past him though? So far it's been very hard to pass in this race. And now he's got quite a good gap though. LaFleur looks like he's just going to be able to hold on here potentially unless the 7 in a row gets a great run here. So here we go. It's going to be one more shot for the 7 of Alexander Rowe. Does he make a move to the inside of this 82 of Ricky LaFleur? It doesn't quite look like it. For the 2nd week in a row, it's going to be Ricky LaFleur winning here in our Truck Down America. It's going to be Ricky LaFleur winning the Hoosier 400 here at Indianapolis. So another good win for that 82 team. Kind of another lucky one, but he gets it done here. The 40 of Chris Martin's on pit road getting service. That's not good. That's going to be a huge chase shakeup. But we will find out here in quite a few moments. But Ricky LaFleur gets his 2nd race win in a row. I think his 4th race win on the season, actually. And he's racking them up now. So yeah, that's going to be his 4th race win on the season. So he's going to move up to the most winningest driver so far. But Rowe finishes 2nd here. Gutierrez in 3rd. You know, not as much passing as you usually see. 4th will be the 41. 5th going to be, and this is going to be all coming down here. Chris Martin's finished in what will be 30, not 38. So Sustre and Brandon Haynes might just both sneak in, but we will see. And just, I mean, another win for Red Bull Fallout Racing. I mean, I think we've only had 2 non-Red Bull Fallout or Racing Motorsports winners so far this season, and the trend continues with the 82 LaFleur in victory lane once again. He's heating up for the chase. We'll see how it keeps going, but it's definitely going to be It's going to be quite the tall task to catch up to these Racing Motorsports trucks when it comes to the point situation. His teammate had a fast truck, unfortunately, had to have some issues, but we will see how it plays out. Let's go get into these results and figure out who's in and who's out. All right, folks, as we get into your results, before we get into anything, the chase field is officially set here at after Indianapolis. So the season number 2 chase will consist of the number 1 seed will be the 43 of Angel Gutierrez. Number 2 seed will be the 41 of Aaron Abel. So Angel Gutierrez is your regular season champion with just 2 points over that 41 of Aaron Abel. And then in your third seed is going to be the 82 Ricky LaFleur, right in front of the 4th seed, number 42 of Avery Alford. Meanwhile, Matthew Hubert going to be down to 5th place, so he's going to be the 5th seed. And now the 6th seed will be the 98 of Caleb Rose. 7th seed will be the 7 of Alexander Rowe. The 8th seed will be the 83 of Ronnie Hauger. The 9th seed will be the 38 of Joseph Wood. The 10th seed will be the 84 of Patrick Nolan. The 11th seed will be the 23 of Carson Miller. And finally, your final driver in the chase for season number 2 is going to be the 17 of Kyler Sustre for Spears Raven Racing. So unfortunately for Brandon Haynes, Chris Martins, Jasmine Dana, and Matthew Burnett, they all will not make it. Brandon Haynes just did not quite have the performance he needed. Needed to get at least the top 5. Unfortunately, does not happen. So Brandon Haynes going to miss out on the chase by just 12 points. So unfortunate for Haynes, but that is going to be your chase for season number 2. And we'll see how it plays out. A lot of good drivers, but as we get into the race results here, Tanner Calvert, 15th for LWH Racing. That's pretty good. But yeah, Haynes, 9th, 8th. Sustre just needed a bad day from Sustre. Unfortunately, did not happen for him. LaFleur, of course, got the win. LaFleur, 4 wins up to the 3rd seed. LaFleur's looking very hot. Just needs to upgrade, man. He just needs to upgrade his driver. He's a solid guy. He just hasn't been around as of late. But well, I mean, he was around, but not in the past couple races. But Caleb Rose in 12th. He had a fast truck in practice, but unfortunately just wasn't that fast in the actual race. Ronnie Hauger, of course, had those issues. Likely would have been the race winner. On Jack in 16th, David Dixon all the way up to 18th. Like I said, Dixon knows how to drive his way through the field. He goes from what would be, I think, 41st to 18th, so that's good for that team. And that's about 22 spots, I think. 23 spots. I mean, I'm going to see how. I'm going to see soon, probably actually this week, but I'm going to see who's got the most positions gained so far this season. But I'm almost certain it's this number 9 of David Dixon. He's driven his way through so many races so far. And Gale finished all the way down 27th. He was running 20th for quite a while, but he got kind of cycled out in that first pit cycle. But Raven had issues. Martins had issues. Avery Alford, Carson Miller gets lucky. Brandon Haynes finishes any better and better, and that 23 could have possibly had some issues. Honestly, all 4 of these guys finished better, and that 23 could have had issues. But the chase field is set, folks. Next week at Darlington, the throwback race. Should be a Saturday or Sunday night race. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I still have to paint a bunch of the throwback schemes, but this is all from our Truck Night America live here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Caution-free one here this afternoon. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend here. First real start of summer for the in our Truck Night America community. So we'll have a lot of racing over the summer, folks. So thank you all for tuning in here. I guess the first weekend of summer for some of us, especially me. Well, not especially me, but for some of us, including me, or some just don't have summer at all year. But yeah, Chase Hill is set. Haynes just misses out. I mean, if he finishes top 5, he probably would have been in there. But Sustre gets over that 40 of Chris Martins. Haynes is going to be a tall task. Unfortunately, misses out. But Joseph Wood going to be a strong threat heading into this chase. And boy, oh boy, it's going to be a close one. We've seen the competition get tougher every week, and it is only going to get tougher now here. That 82 LaFleur heating up. Roseman looking very solid. Now everything's going to be reset. Folks, it's going to be quite a fun one, but that's all from me here this afternoon, folks. This is Charlie Albert signing off from In Our Truck Night America. See you all next week for the throwback race at Darlington. Going to be a lot of fun schemes to look at.